Hey, what's up? Welcome to, I don't know what this is. Here's the deal. I want to play this game because the sequel's coming out. Obviously, I won't get finished with it before the sequel does come out. But also don't want to stream the game. I feel like I'm a little distracted when streaming. So, it's like 1 a.m. and I'm just gonna fucking play as much as I can. And we'll do this every so often. It'll be pretty cool. Plus, obviously, I'm not gonna play the sequel at launch because that's the same day fucking Fire Emblem 3 Hose comes out, and you know I gotta get on that shit. So let's just hop in. I played before on the stream a little bit, but fuck that. Starting a new game, and we're just gonna get into it. English, obviously, and we're just gonna see where this goes. Hopefully, I get some interesting stuff out of it. This is an Uchi joint, right? So I like Zero Escape. I like Danganronpa. It was just not Uchi Kochi, I don't think. But I like, I like all the stuff in that vein. But let's see what exactly. Because last I remember, I made it to the place where we meet A Set or whatever her name is. And then we went to her house and met her mom, but the house was the same place from my dream. And then that's kind of where I stopped. So, let's just start over. And the carnival stuff, let's see what's happening here. I know there's a dead woman. I know that little blue hair girl is in the middle of the thing. But at some point, I'm not gonna know what's going on. But I have always found this game interesting at the very least. And it's like, what am I doing right now? It's 1 a.m. I was gonna watch YouTube and drink orange juice until, I don't know, 5 a.m. So instead of doing that, why don't I get something done? Make some content out of it. Whether anyone watches it or not, hey, who cares? That's not the point. That's not the fucking point. Who is this lady though? Isn't she? Wouldn't she Aiba's? Not Aiba. Wasn't she Mizuki's mom? I think I remember that part, right? Oh yeah, I forgot it. My boss is really hot. My boss. I want to kiss my boss. Unless she's a horrible person. Then maybe just a half kiss. Day 1, Friday. Sig Eye. Bloom Park, Friday, 10:54 p.m. I wonder if I fixed that problem I was having. I think I had some settings or something weird. I think I'm supposed to press something here. Where, like, I was talking to little boy with the computer, and he was like really, like, aliased. Okay, we're here to investigate. I don't even remember if I played this on PC or on controller. During investigations, the main character Date inspects scenes and collects testimony. Progress by examining objects and talking to people. Date's position is fixed, but you can move the cursor in your view. By looking around and moving the cursor to find something that catches your eye and inspect it. Okay, let's talk to you. When you speak to a person, you'll be presented with a choice and look. Use your choice to select the topic of conversation. Look at the observed person you are speaking to. Inspector from Metro. I hope to find a lead. You gonna go on?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. What's her name?
Wow, I never thought a great detective like you would ask me my name. It's Kagami, sir.
Thanks.
It's my duty, sir. Thank you.
What's your name?
It's Kagami, sir.
Okay, thanks, Kagami. What's your name, though?
Kagami.
Okay, cool. But your name?
Are you serious? It's Kagami!
Oh, alright. Nice to meet you, Kagami. And your name? I already learned his name. Okay. How's the investigation coming?
Not too good, unfortunately. We're not finding much.
Hold on. Turn that up a little bit. I call her boss. She runs ABIS, a special branch of the Metropolitan Police Department. I report directly to her. Who found the body?
Metro got a call about 2 hours ago. Someone heard screaming coming from the park. Beat cop responded, checked out the scene.
And found the corpse.
That's me, I'm Date.
Yeah. Thing is, the caller was anonymous. I'll give you the details later.
Thanks. After finishing discussing the topic with someone, they might have new things to talk about. When talking with people, choose topics that interest you. You might obtain important information or clues. Selecting log will allow you to recap any previous conversations. Any suspects?
Not yet. We just found the victim. Too early to say anything for sure. But this could be a copycat killer at work. From the case 6 years ago.
Case 6 years ago?
For whatever reason, she didn't elaborate. A case 6 years ago. That's not going to be important later. I mean, I don't know, actually, but mentioning it means something. Absolutely. Right?
It's unusual for this
I
time
mean, it's
of
awful.
year. It'll be hard to find any usable prints.
So, what am I doing here?
Are you serious? You're Special Agent Kaname Date. You're
Thank
a member
you.
of Abyss, and that means you answer to
Abyss.
me. I called you here to inspect the scene, Date.
Sure, boss. But inspecting dead bodies isn't usually part of the job.
Usually, no. But tonight it is. Because you know this woman, don't you, Date? I had to tell you. You deserve to know.
Tell me about the victim.
Her name's Nadami Shoko. You knew her, right? What was the relationship like? I heard you two have been close for years.
I wouldn't say that. We were just acquaintances.
It's a horse merry-go-round. The body's mounted on the horse. I should get a better look. Take a step forward.
Sorry, sir. Could you please not get any closer? We haven't taken any footprints yet. I appreciate your understanding.
Leave me alone. What was her name? I actually forgot. Kageyama?
Allow me to assist you.
Thanks, Aiba. Eyesight. That's Aiba. Her official designation is Eyeball. She's an artificial intelligence built into my fake eye. An AI for an eye. Oh, an eye for an eye. Yeah.
You want me to use the zoom, right?
Correct. That will allow you to investigate without physically disturbing the scene.
While playing through the story, Aiba's special vision modes will help you obtain new information. You can now use the zoom mode to enlarge the target. Select zoom and examine the corpse. Review the controls in F1.
Multiple puncture wounds to the front of the torso.
Okay, she's been
Cause
stabbed a
of
bunch.
death. Blood loss from these wounds. Body temperature and rigor mortis indicate the time of death was approximately 6 hours ago.
6 hours ago.
That would place the crime occurring around 5 p.m.
Several puncture wounds, but no cuts or tears. That means
The victim was probably stabbed with something pointed and smooth, like an ice pick.
The left eye socket is vacant.
who took the eye?
Victim has had her left eyeball removed.
Her left eye.
The most likely scenario is that the killer or killers removed it.
We don't know that for sure.
Maybe with the ice pick.
A crow or some other animal could have pulled it off the corpse.
Impossible. The amount of blood indicates that the victim's eye was removed before her death.
True.
They carved it out while she was still alive?
Correct.
What the heck?
What was that?
Analyzing the source of the sound. Sonic analysis indicates the sound originated from inside the merry-go-round's central column.
Inside
Okay.
the column?
The noise came from inside.
Date, use me to see through the column. Utilize the X-ray mode.
Someone inside.
Oh no.
It appears as though someone is inside.
I threw down my umbrella and ran to the pillar.
Hey, wait!
Shut up!
I pushed him aside and ran up to the platform.
Hey, I know you're in there. If you can hear me, say something.
She's not going to say anything. No reply. Looking closely, I found a small handle in the column. I grabbed it hard and tried to pull it open.
It won't budge.
It may be locked from the inside.
Damn it.
Come on, Dante, you got this, bro.
Hey, whoever's in there, stay back.
I forgot he had a full gun.
Mizuki.
Mizuki. Oh, shit. This is where we have that first stream thing. What the fuck? Yeah, I remember this kind of.
What is this place?
This is your dream.
I'm me,
Correct. You are Date.
That's me, Date.
and you are?
Iba.
You're...
Why is she dancing? Find the skeleton. Why are we going through a skeleton?
Where do I even start with this?
I can answer all of your queries.
All right, then. Who are you?
I'm me, of course.
What does
I
that
know
mean?
voice. Iba?
Indeed.
Why do you look like a fluorescent shrimp?
What are you talking about? I must look so cute that you've lost your mind.
I don't know about that.
Under normal circumstances, I would lecture you about your awful taste, but
What are you doing in my dream?
you called me. My consciousness and your own are linked. This is why I appear in your dreams. Consider me an alter ego,
Alter ego.
but I shouldn't waste time explaining further. You will have forgotten this by the time you wake up. I will discuss this with you soon, when you're awake.
I'm trying to sort out my situation. My brain isn't cooperating. It must be because I'm sleeping right now. So things that I should know I can't remember. My head is all fuzzy. Not my usual self. It's like I'm inside someone else's head. A strange feeling.
Putting that aside, do you recognize this room?
I do. I don't think he does.
No, not at all.
I suppose that's fine. Let us begin.
Begin what?
What the fuck? What are you doing? Don't
Somnium
kill me.
scan. Activate.
Jesus. It's loud. Turn the game down a little bit. We can turn the game down just a little bit.
Got it.
Got what?
I have completed a scan of your Somnium, your dream world.
My dream world.
My simulations have encountered several mental locks.
Mental locks?
Have you already forgotten? Even
Yes.
your critical thinking abilities have dulled.
Huh?
In short, Somnium is a world built from the deepest recesses of your consciousness. This world is divided into several layers. Each layer stands upon a foundation.
It's all voice. It
a
doesn't
base
matter if it's on
component.
auto or not.
Think of these foundations as mental blocks.
Okay.
Or simply, locks for convenience. Mental locks must be broken before we can proceed deeper into consciousness.
Okay.
The truth is always hidden within the deepest layers.
What is the truth?
Therefore, we must...
Remove the mental locks?
Yeah.
So I just need to turn on all the lights and open the door? Shouldn't be too hard.
Don't be so sure. Appearances in this world can be deceiving. Let's start with the door. Please direct me to the door and give me instructions.
I
Direct you to
see.
the door?
So I can do whatever I want with you in this world.
Don't make it. Don't say it like
I
that.
suppose that is true, but...
All right, let's do this.
Wake up, Wake Dante up. Dante. Ugh, I want to say Dante. Dante's dream world. In this strange and surreal dream, trust the light to wake up Dante. Dante. Shit. Explore a dream to discover the subject's hidden memories. Unlocking the mental locks will allow you to travel deeper into the dream. Unlocking all of them will reveal important info. Guide to unlocking the mental locks is displayed in the upper left corner. First, move Iba closer to the door and investigate. Okay. Get some camera control. And we can walk around.
A door locked with a padlock.
Let me take it off auto now that we investigate the door.
It appears all I have to do is open this door.
Yeah. Clearly it's locked.
I can't touch it. That is to be expected. Dreams are not bound by logic.
True.
This is Date's Somnium, a reality built by dreams.
My Somnium?
I see. Your mental faculties must be hazy because your body is currently sleeping.
Hold on. The music's really loud compared to the voices.
I suppose I will have to explain.
Okay.
I'd rather you not disturb my precious sleep.
Shut up and listen.
The light.
Date, look at that. The places where the light touches have become colored. Perhaps those parts are now tangible. Every human
makes
mind
sense.
is unique. Every human dream has its own set of rules.
I see.
If you understand these rules, the dream world itself becomes malleable.
Who's that?
Who was that?
I don't know.
You must know. This is your dream. It is created from your memories.
I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea who that was.
We'll figure it out
You may
later.
remember upon reflection.
I need to give you commands that will unlock the mental locks, right?
Indeed, but it is difficult to predict exactly how an object will behave in Somnium. Think outside the box. Trying different actions will help solve the problem.
Okay.
Now, what should I have you do?
Don't forget that I have a veto.
I mean, you're able to investigate objects that have a floating name. A new object has appeared. Move eyeball over to it and investigate. Okay. Oh, shit.
A winter iris.
What?
Do you not recognize it?
This is the kind of flower it
This
is.
is an iris that blooms in winter.
A flower with a woman's name.
Let's smell it.
Hey, I didn't know you could smell.
I can't. I'm pantomiming. Isn't it easier to visualize this way?
Sure. Whatever.
Okay.
Not enough.
Pardon?
Harder. You gotta smell it harder.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Get in there and sniff real good. What?
Amazing suction. Bravo. Marvelous.
What are you experiencing so regularly to cause this to happen in your dreams?
You were able to touch it.
Correct.
So, I just need to keep this up?
Something like that.
All right. Well, the flower's gone, and now the switches. You can check your progress on the left side of the screen. Your icons are now advanced. Just now advance your progress. Reach the end to clear the Somnium. Okay. Now we can hit the switch.
The thorns are gone.
Turn that bitch on.
Now I can activate the switch.
Oh, there's a lady.
Isn't this rewarding, Date? Another place you can touch.
I would rather be sleeping.
Block 1. I like that effect. Now I need to open the door. Okay. God damn it. I'm not playing in full screen. Let's see. Wine.
A glass of wine.
Let's investigate.
A luxurious red wine, popular on the market today.
Okay.
However, this appears to be a much brighter red than a typical bottle.
Maybe it's a full-bodied red from Bourgogne.
I wonder if that trivia will ever prove useful.
Better to be prepared.
It looked like it was a full-bodied red.
A glass of wine.
Let's have a sip.
Leave it to me.
Hey!
Damn, the bottle? Not even the glass?
Ah. I feel kind of good.
Why isn't AI getting drunk?
Why do I have to listen to Date diss me all the time?
Certainly is a character. What's up with this?
Oh, she's annoying when she's drunk.
Take a look at the skeleton.
A skeleton? It appears to be bleeding from the left eye.
Let's talk to it.
To the skeleton?
Yeah.
You just want someone to talk to, huh?
True. Hello, my name is Iba. What is your name? How are you? I am currently 92% charged and feeling well.
Yeah, he's not gonna talk back.
Hey, don't ignore me. Stupid, bony man. Your mother is a stupid, bony girl. Bony, bony, bony.
Damn, yo, chill. Chill.
Are you finished?
My disappointment is immeasurable.
And your day is ruined. Okay, well. Anything else we
A
can do to him?
skeleton.
No. Let's look at this light. Oh, wait, basket.
A basket. I cannot see inside it.
Search the basket.
A model of a UFO, a stuffed chupacabra, and a $1 bill.
Occult stuff, maybe?
Yo, $1 bill.
Does the occult interest you, Date?
The truth is out there.
It is a trending topic. anyone could have encountered items such as these.
We memeing today? Is that what we're
True.
doing?
Somebody's into the occult.
This is somewhat different than a cult.
Is it? Search it again. Oh, we cannot. Should have had her wear the basket.
A floor lamp shaped like a rose.
Pick it up.
It won't move.
Okay.
Must mean I don't flinch. I hold my ground like a mountain.
I interpret
I
it
don't know
more
what
as
that
your
means.
irritating personality spreading like pollen in the wind.
The tears won't stop. Must be allergies.
You're just sleepy.
He is asleep.
A lamp. It looks like a rose.
Let's kick the lamp. Oh, no
You
need.
don't have to kick it so hard.
Give it everything you've got. That's my motto.
Didn't even budge.
I saw the skeleton's skull move slightly. Hey, Date, are we gonna get him too?
What are you, a thug?
Yeah, fuck him up.
A skeleton.
Hit him.
Know this, skeleton. I harbor no grudges against you. Hi-ya!
What'd that do?
What?
Oh, shit.
But look, the wall.
They got progress, though. Got progress. I think I fucked up. Oh, wait, no.
Do you have an irrepressible urge for destruction you've been holding back all this time?
Even if I did, adults have to learn moderation, you know.
Who is that
Who is
guy?
he?
Are you sure you don't know?
I don't know. He looks like some old man.
You could describe him a little more generously.
A hidden item in Somnium. There's always one somewhere. You can't use one stuffed. Okay, so now anywhere the light used to be is now shadow. It's interesting. A gun.
A gun came out of the skull?
Investigate the gun.
Why is there a gun in this house?
This house has a skeleton in it. Anything can happen.
I hear it's common in the Kyushu area. In fact, it is said that they place hand grenades in the egg cartons in their refrigerators.
Who did
I
you
don't think
hear
that's
that
true.
from?
Okay,
A
let's
gun.
pick up the gun.
It won't go off?
It should be fine.
I don't think it's safe to give her a gun, but
Look at this hot magnum. I could ventilate some crooks with this thing.
Don't get excited.
Remind you of anyone?
No.
okay. There's a hidden item in here. Is this it?
What?
Day 1, .ab acquired. That was probably it. I don't think I got that last time.
A door locked with a padlock.
Shoot! Shoot the
Leave it to
padlock!
me. There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who open doors.
Just pull the trigger.
Nah, you got me.
You got lucky.
Alright,
A
I'll
door
do the
locked
right
with a
thing.
Do you think something this size would fit?
Might fit if you work it in.
It's a dream.
Try just the tip.
I
Don't say it like that.
suppose.
Jesus.
I see. The gun was the key.
Well. Seems I was key in helping us escape.
Okay, that's it. This dream is over.
I suppose this dream is over then. Guess I'll wake up now.
Good.
Let's
I'll
open the
open
door
it.
and get out of here. Wait, who's that man? A woman dead. And this guy killed her. Day 1 Date acquired, whatever that means. Jesus, I love these transitions. They're anything but pretty. Side guy. Police headquarters, Saturday, 9:21 a.m. There's the boss. I forgot our office was weird. Okay.
Good morning, Date.
Hey.
I was waiting for you.
But you don't have a chair like in front of your desk? What's all this stuff? What is this? A plaster figure.
That's been here a while.
I mean, Christmas comes every year, right? It's a pain taking that thing down and putting it up again.
True. True. Decorated Christmas tree. They've been here since the first time I was in this room. 12 years ago. Stationary bike for indoor training. It's a lifesaver. A boy band poster.
Yup. They're all my husbands.
Uh-huh.
Boss is single, by the way. Me. Police poster. Snowboard. Skis.
Are you familiar with the murder case at the resort called Spur?
No. A triangular ruler. A map. Public bath door curtain. Darts machine.
Why do you have this?
So if we're trapped down here when World War III starts, we'll have something to do.
Then we dodged that bullet. Bookshelf. It's full of files and binders, but I don't know of what. We got books, manga, movies, games, all sorts of stuff. What does she do in here? Pumpkin carved like a
You ever
jack-o'-lantern.
wonder why we call all our pumpkins Jack? What if that pumpkin's name was Bill? Sorry, it was funnier in my head.
You almost got me. Almost. Happy birthday banner. That birthday party was a while ago, though. Police poster. Just checking everything in the room. You know, while we're here. Coat hanger. What's the hanging on the coat hanger? Pin it. Souvenir from some rural town? I haven't seen one of those in a while. The wall. Mask left. A mysterious mask is displayed on the wall.
That's my
right.
grandpa's death mask.
The guy had a huge face.
True. Okay. We have so much stuff in here. Okay. Well, what's this? Matryoshka.
Reminds me of you, boss. You have many faces, one inside the other. No matter how deep you go. You'll never get to the real you.
Matryoshkas eventually end, though. You get to the last one, the smallest one, like a child. That's the real me.
Really deep. I'm just making a joke.
Like it? It reminds me of you, Date.
Large key? My name is Kaname. The kanji for key can be read as Kaname, but that's not my real name. I don't know my real name. I don't know anything about myself past 6 years ago. Dealer chair. It's a cabinet. Bags. The bags are masks, like for costume parties. Shelves? What about these? Can I look at these? Wine bottle. There's a wine bottle lined up. Good shit. Tombstone. Rip.
Overall length of 15.35 inches, width of 8.8, height of 5.35,
You
and a
like an
body weight
RC
of
car
just a hair
aficionado?
over 830 grams. This RC car has friction dampers on the front and rear axles as well.
What?
How do you know all this stuff?
I used to be a flag girl for RC car racing in my glory days.
You look like one.
Have you met my partner? This is my childhood friend, Mario. He's a good listener. I tell him all my stories when I get lonely.
This is the moment I start to worry about Boss's mental health.
It's me, Mario. Nice to meet you.
It's me, Mario.
He talks?
Can you say it again? Oh. A flag with big catch on it.
You think it's
Tanuki.
true that a tanuki's ball sack can stretch up to 10 square feet?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I wouldn't know.
I never thought about it. Soccer ball.
Looking at that reminds me of my old boyfriend from high school.
So Boss's old love interest must have been an athlete. Interesting. Volleyball. Anything else in here? Shogi piece. The king shogi piece. Soba restaurant door curtain. Where'd you get this from? What's with the streamers? She has a computer on her desk. The type that has a monitor built in. Stickers all over the front. What about this clock?
The battery died on that thing, so the hands have stopped. Like you and me.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Oh, Date.
Alright, boss. I've examined every inch of this room. Let's talk to you. Let's have him clean this place up.
Where do you think you are, Agent?
Metro Police Building in Kasumigaseki, Chiyoda District, Tokyo.
Underground. We're 6 stories underground.
That's so far.
Yeah, what about it?
No windows. It's suffocating in here. Dark and dreary all the time. So, I try to make my office colorful. Liven things up a little. It's like a party,
Makes sense.
right? I want it to feel fun in here.
What's the status of the investigation?
Who do you think I am, Date?
You're my boss? The commander of Abyss Metropolitan Police Department?
I mean, my name.
Huh. I
Yeah, I don't
honestly
remember
don't
your
know.
name.
I've been calling you boss for 6 years, so...
Trust me, it's been more than 6 years.
I suffer from memory disorder. Don't remember anything past 6 years ago. And having flashbacks recently. Fragments of my past.
Wait, what does your name have to do with our investigation?
Because if you knew me well enough, you wouldn't have to ask.
Ah, so, nothing to report then. Got it.
About Mizuki.
Interrogators say she hasn't said a word since we found her.
The doctors say she's traumatized. She can't speak. She's seeing a specialist at Central Hospital right now.
Okay.
Did you take her to the hospital after we found her?
Yeah.
Were you with her this whole time?
Yep.
You're like her legal guardian then.
No, she just lives with me.
That is true. She doesn't. Why don't she live with her parents? Mizuki, the girl we found in the merry-go-round. She's 12 years old, in the 6th grade. Certain circumstances brought us to live together, but we aren't blood related. Sort of like a stray cat that found her way into my home.
In any case, we're not going to get anything from her.
About the case 6 years ago.
Hey, remember the case you brought up yesterday? The one that happened 6 years ago?
Date, forget about it.
It's gotta be important.
It's been a long time since I've been at a crime scene, and
Some kind of case,
got a little
and I got
carried away.
amnesia past that time period?
Look, it
That's
was a
gotta be
slip of the
important.
tongue, okay? Shouldn't have said anything.
That just makes me want to know even more.
That case has nothing to do with this one.
But it might. Last night you said this could be a copycat crime.
Yes, that's my point. It might be a copycat killer, but it can't be the same killer. That's impossible. Literally impossible. So it's not necessary for you to know about past cases.
Literally
It would only
impossible?
cloud your judgment.
The past killer dead? Like
I don't
confirmed?
accept that.
Is it me?
Just give it up,
This is an
Dante.
anime after all. That could happen. Is it you? What if I ask again?
I wouldn't tell you even if my life depended on it. Even if you took me to the finest club in Kabukicho and showered me in Dom P.
Wikicho?
My lips are sealed.
Inspiration for Kamurocho?
But why, boss?
It's top secret, classified,
It was that bad, huh?
if that's how you want to interpret it.
More time?
Give it a rest, Date. You keep prying into this, and I'll hit you with a sexual harassment complaint.
Whoa, whoa,
This
whoa,
isn't
whoa, whoa.
harassment or sexual.
I can make it sexual.
No, hold on now. Hold on now.
It appears you wouldn't have an issue with that. I can detect your thoughts, remember?
Hell yeah,
For your
brother.
input, Iva.
Get the big catch out of here. Tell me about Renju
Have you picked up
Okyoda.
Renju yet?
He's at a police station nearby being interviewed. He's not a suspect yet, just standard procedure stuff.
Wasn't it his wife who died? Renju is Shoko's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Not to mention an old friend of mine.
I wonder what Renju was doing last night. I did call him a few times. He didn't answer.
He didn't?
No.
The local police tried his phone too, but they got the same result. No one was able
That's
to
really
get a
sketchy.
hold of him until this morning. We explained the situation to him, had him verify Shoko's corpse, and naturally started asking him questions.
Any leads?
I don't know if I would call them leads.
What about the ice pick? The one we found in Mizuki's hand?
We were able to identify the manufacturer, but it's sold nationwide. It would be impossible to pin down the buyer.
Okay, that sucks.
Damn.
We did determine that the shape of the pick and the puncture wounds on the victim match perfectly. We also discovered that the blood on the pick is the victim's.
Meaning that ice pick was probably the murder weapon.
Almost definitely.
About the ice pick.
The pick Mizuki was holding, the only prints on it are hers. The evidence is really stacking up against her.
No. She couldn't have done it. That's
Yeah,
impossible.
there's no way.
Well, then you better hurry up and clear her. She is important to you, right?
Anything else?
Let's see. We have some more information about the victim, Shoko Nadami. It's up on the database, although it's probably nothing you don't already know.
Well, maybe not. I haven't seen her for over a year.
Still, you know more about her than anyone else on the case, right? It's part of
True.
the reason why I assigned you to this.
Nadami Shoko, 36 years old. Female. Residence, Meguro District.
Like
Met
Shoki.
Dake
Shoji
Kaname
Meguro.
5 years ago through her husband, Okira Renju. Date and Renju were so-called old drinking buddies.
Okay.
Renju and Shoko had one child together, a daughter named Mizuki, the prime suspect of this case. 4 years ago, they were divorced. Shoko returned to using her maiden name, Nadami.
I should also give you this.
What is it?
It's a picture of Shoko. You'll need this when you're trying to get information, right? Since you don't have a cell phone.
Why don't I have a cell phone? I took Shoko's picture and put it in my pocket. Do you ever identify who called in?
The person who reported the screaming?
Right.
Unfortunately, not yet.
What's the holdup?
They didn't identify themselves over the phone.
But you should have a location by now.
True. But we don't?
All we know is that it was a payphone.
A payphone? That's odd.
It is unusual. Whoever it was clearly didn't want us knowing their identity. It may have even been the killer.
I wonder who called. Oh shit, here she comes. That's really not cool. Hello, Iba. Why can you do that?
Hello.
No, not hello. I told you not to just pop out of nowhere like that.
I do not understand your concern. Boss knows me by now.
Well, still.
It's a little fucking weird. So, about my eye.
Hey, so... about my left eye.
Now's not the time to talk about that.
Okay. About eye.
I've been thinking a lot lately. About myself. If I have another mind inside me, am I really me?
Well, it reminds me of something Arthur Rimbaud once wrote.
But you're right.
I is another.
Meaning, what?
You have to figure that out for yourself. That's the point.
About AI.
Hey, what does
Or
love
I.
mean to you?
Where is this coming from?
Just answer the question.
Let me guess. You're asking me because the Japanese word for love is I, right?
God damn
I'm
it.
right, aren't I? You dork.
That hurts, you know.
About Iva.
Hey, boss, is it possible to do something about her personality?
Don't ask me. I didn't create her. Get Pewter to tinker with her.
Not
Wasn't
Pewter.
the AI ball your idea, though?
Yeah, but I didn't choose her personality or the way she talks. You can thank Pewter for that.
Did he make the sexy one too? Why'd you come out?
I haven't been getting a lot of exercise lately.
You're an eyeball.
You're joking, right?
It's been 5 years since we first met. One day I got called into the control room and Pewter, the engineer, showed it to me. Flashback?
The official title is AI Ball. You may call her Iba. The artificial intelligence contained within this sphere
Did I have like a
is
cool eye patch
nothing
beforehand?
short of miraculous. An autonomous artificial intelligence birthed from collective nanotechnology. Its ability to think is controlled by a program we call the Wadjet system. Special
Wadjet
Agent
system.
Date, from today forward, this is your partner.
Alright, what's with the futuristic jumpsuit?
She will be your personal computer and your personal companion.
Iva's been living in my head ever since. She gathers info and runs analysis. She can also access wireless networks and hack into other computers. While she's in my eye socket, we communicate through an artificial nerve to my brain. Jesus, the orange is making me burp. Let's just talk without actually speaking. Why'd you come out?
Okay, what's the real reason you came out?
There is something I need to report to the boss.
Okay.
To me?
Correct. I could have had the message relayed through Date, but that would have been less efficient. I concluded that it was better to have the both of you hear this together.
Aren't
Okay.
you wasting a lot of time explaining this?
Please listen quietly. I have determined who reported the crime.
Thank you.
You have?
You know, you're kind of cute like that.
Aren't I? I receive that compliment frequently.
Your attitude isn't, though.
So, am I cute or not cute?
I was joking.
I don't understand your joke. Can you explain what's funny about it?
Nope, not cute at all. Back inside.
No,
I'm giving you an order.
does not compute.
What a rude eyeball. Who are you?
Is that a serious question? We've been partners for 5 years. You know who I am.
Alright, who reported the crime?
I found the payphone that the caller used. It was near the location of the crime, Bloom Park. Thus, I decided to check the surveillance footage of any security cameras operating nearby.
Okay.
So you found a way into that database.
That is correct. That area has little foot traffic, even less at night. The time
Okay.
of the report was around 9 p.m. Cameras only caught one person in the area around that time.
Why would you report the crime fucking 9 hours later? Or, no, 9 hours later. I think, she died around 5? So, 4 hours later?
I analyzed the footage and was able to obtain a facial recognition match. They were registered as a person of interest in the police database.
Oh my god, who was it?
Ota Matsushita.
Matsushita Ota, 24
He's
years
24?
old, male.
Why does he look fucking 10?
I have marked his address on the map. That is all.
Date?
Way ahead of you, boss. Let's go, Iba.
Affirmative.
When you are able to visit a new destination, map will appear at the bottom right of the screen. Okay. Okay, well, let's get out of here. Matsushita Diner. Let's see what his mother has to say. Nice car. Matsushita Diner, Saturday, 10:18 a.m.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry we aren't open yet.
Oh, I'm not a customer. I'm here for something else. I'm with the MPD.
Your shirt say hipster? I flashed my badge.
Oh, heavens, no. Is my boy... Is Ota in trouble?
Not yet.
Calm down, ma'am. I'm just here to ask some questions.
She hurried out of the kitchen.
And you're Ota's...
His mother,
And your name,
Okay.
ma'am?
Mayumi Matsushita.
Miss Matsushita. Before we talk, can I make a
Mayumi.
request?
Mm,
Could you put that
Mayumi?
knife down, please?
It's a nice knife, though.
oh, goodness. Sorry.
Like one of those ceramic knives. You know, he put the knife down on the table beside her. It's a kitchen knife on the table. Something is engraved in the handle.
A kitchen knife with a floral pattern.
And there's something written on the handle.
Mom, I love you always.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school.
Nice.
He knows how much I
It's forever
love
ago, though.
flowery designs.
How do you keep
I've
it sharp?
used it every single day since he gave it to me. Oh, it's more than just a kitchen knife. It means the world to me.
Okay. A beer out on the wall.
She's cute.
You have zero standards, Kaname Date.
A table.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
It says Mayumi's black sauce.
What's that? Mop. Chair.
A large jellyfish.
Sure. It's a large jellyfish in the middle of this restaurant here.
Stool. Bucket.
Does this remind you of your delinquent youth?
Hey now, don't judge a book by its cover. Besides, I have no memory of my youth. I
True.
wouldn't know.
Stool. Counter. What's that? Disposable chopsticks. Whoa. Anything else? Low table.
This
Cushion?
reminds me of the funniest props compilation I saw.
You reached pretty far back for that reference.
Funniest props you once saw. What does that mean? Lucky cat.
What the hell?
Are you unfamiliar with the superstition? Imitating a cat's meow to a lucky cat statue grants that person happiness and luck.
Is
that
that true?
right?
I thought he was gonna do it. The
That's
calendar.
just the calendar. Thank goodness we have that. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what year it is. I'm kidding, of course.
Was she kidding? It's November. What did it say? The calendar says January. Every year is wrong. This is old. That's fucked up. What's this? Menus. Swinging door.
A swimming door.
A swinging door.
Alright. Mayumi, what's going on? Tell me about your restaurant.
Oh, it's just a little diner. But not to toot my own horn or anything. We do get quite a lot of customers here. I manage it with my husband, but it can get pretty hectic during lunchtime.
Peculiar.
What?
This establishment is near the Kawasaki district that's been off limits for 8 years. That could mean... Never mind.
Huh?
Manila, what does that mean?
That boy, he's been hanging out at this office building lately.
What kind of office?
Oh, what was it? It's a place where irresponsible young men hang out. Nonconformists and the like.
What, like gangsters?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Heavens, no, nothing like that. Ota wouldn't go to a place like that.
Then...
Oh, I remember. It's a production office, an entertainment company.
Oh, what company? Oda's mother, Mayumi Matsushita. Oh. How long you been here?
Oh, about 30 years now.
30 years?
We had to borrow a lot of money to get started.
5 years
but
before Oda. Or maybe 6?
back then, everyone was willing to lend you money.
But the weather.
The rain last night was pretty bad, wasn't it?
The rain? Oh, right, yes.
Why did you say it like that? Where's your husband?
I think he went to buy some ingredients. He comes and goes all the time without telling me. This is nothing new.
About Shoko. So I had to ask her about Shoko just in case.
Does this woman look familiar to you?
No, I don't recognize her. Who is she?
No one. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Name of the company?
What was it? I'm sorry, my memory's been so spotty lately.
Why does why does Oda hang out there?
Because
simping?
there's a goddess there.
Your boy simping?
What?
Ota says it all the time. A goddess. More like a witch, if you ask me.
A witch, huh?
Yes! A witch put a spell on my poor Ota. Makes him spend all his money on her. You see that box over there?
This box.
The one on the table?
Yes. Just look. You'll see what I mean.
Use the X-ray, baby.
Do you want to see? It was delivered a little while ago.
Any idea what's inside it?
It's bound to be merchandise from that horrible succubus. She
Succubus.
forces Ota to buy them. I know it.
It's a cardboard box. Delivery slip attached to it.
The sender is Great Grin.
A popular online store.
Great grin, kind of like good smile. I get it. I'm savvy.
Product description reads solid model.
Can we hit the? Can we hit the old? The X-ray. So is this witch working here?
Yes, that good-for-nothing temptress works for that entertainment group. She's an idol.
Do you know her name? I'm assuming it's not witch.
Her name? I don't remember.
Damn.
I just call her the witch.
Alright, we're getting nowhere. She doesn't remember the talent or the company.
Even I am at a loss.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. We get the figure, we can just, we know what we're looking for. Can you call him?
Call him?
Yes. Does he have a cell phone?
A cell phone? Why would he need a cell phone if we have a phone at the house?
My goodness, lady.
He doesn't have one?
He better not. Waste of money.
You can abandon this line of questioning, Date. Ota does have a phone. I found his number.
Call it.
Cool.
I have already attempted to call multiple times. There is no connection. Either the phone is off, or he has no reception.
Let's hope he's not face down in a gutter somewhere.
That would be unsanitary, as well as a violation of waste disposal codes.
That also be terrible, Iba. Okay. About the idol. She mentioned a box.
We should look inside. Use the X-ray mode.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, what is this?
A solid PVC model of a person, known as a figure.
Yeah,
Something's
no.
written on the base.
The letters appear to be some kind of metal. The permeability of X-ray vision should make them legible.
A set.
Allow me to investigate. A moment, please.
Okay, I got you.
Date, I've found some information about the figure.
Okay.
A-Set is the name of a popular female musician.
That sounds like our witch. Is A set a group name?
No, it is
It's
a single artist.
person, yeah.
A set figure, huh?
Correct.
What's the name of her talent agency?
Lemniscate.
Lemniscate. That's where fucking Ringu works, whatever.
Sorry, what?
I repeat, Lemniscate.
Renju owns that company.
Rinju.
Correct.
Excuse me. Does the name Lemniscate ring a bell?
Oh, yes! That's where Ota goes.
Iba, bring the car around.
At once.
Alright, we'll see you later, ma'am. To Lemniscate. Isn't Iba like sit in the steering wheel? Lemniscate, Saturday, 11:45 a.m.
That's him?
Correct.
Are you Ota Matsushita?
Who are you?
That you're the one thaw? I showed him my badge.
I'm from the MPD.
The police?
No, that's probably not Yuri. Ain't no way. Let me look it up though. Ota Matsushita. VA. Zach is that guy we are. Isn't that male Byleth? Right? Now I gotta look that up. Byleth male VA. Yeah. You replaced the bad one. Alright, you know what we gotta do. Magazine rack. Lots of magazines on that rack. Let's see. How to Take a Girl Home in just 2 minutes. I think I'll take a look at that. Vending machine full of drinks. Promotional videos of the agency talent are playing. Nothing dirty though. This isn't that kind of company. A plant.
Date, look! Ants! Look at them go! Yay!
They have ants in here?
We need to have a discussion about your obsession with insects.
Probably shouldn't have ants in here. A door. Probably an office back there. Hi, table.
That
High
is
stool.
a high stool.
A high school?
No, Date.
A sofa. Are you a Captain America fan? You got a writer belt on? Abstract Peng,
What
hello.
is that supposed to be?
I do not know.
The logo. Limited skate. Receptionist. The receptionist with huge breasts sitting behind the desk. Excuse me. Huge breasts sitting. There's certainly huge breasts. Huge breasts. Breasts. There are huge breasts sitting behind the desk. I don't know about that one, Date. Oto's
Can I
laptop.
reach over and break that thing in half?
If you can pay for the damages.
Damn it.
Alright, Oda. Let's have a chat. What is this little table?
Hey, Iva. What do you think would happen if I flip this table over right now?
It would come out of your salary.
You're probably right. Guess.
Okay. What are you typing?
Nothing. Could you stop bothering me, please?
Yo. What can you tell me about last night?
Last night?
Don't play dumb, kid. Yesterday, 9 p.m., you called the police from a payphone. You told them about screaming you heard coming from Bloom Park.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, Ota, look. We either do this here, or I take you down to the station.
Do you have a warrant?
Oh, warrant. Bro, we're in a fucking office building. You don't live here, dog.
Article 2.3 of the Execution of Law Enforcement Code. Unless initiated by legal process, no person shall be detained or obligated to answer any questions without explicit consent.
Shit. Fuck, you're right. My bad, cop. This is the type of kid I hate the most. You look at me?
No, I'm kinda busy right now.
You a fan of ASAT?
How did you know that?
Because I'm psychic.
Excuse me?
Look in my direction. Punch him?
Date, wait. Causing a disturbance in public will result in disciplinary action.
I'll take the risk.
And what should I do?
I have an idea. Give me a moment.
Okay, I would do your thing. Take him, Mo.
I told you to wait.
Waiting's just pissing me off more.
Perhaps your dosage needs to be increased.
What?
Listen to me, Date.
Dosage.
Ota's PC is connected to the internet via Wi-Fi.
And?
I was curious, so I hacked into it.
What you got?
Does Tessa refer to ASET?
Tessa, yeah, A-set backwards.
That is a popular fan nickname for her.
That means motto has to be Ota.
Correct. However, it appears that Ota is the one operating the other 3 accounts as well.
Optic protein fiber. Two-witter.
What?
Optical protein fiber, Pongo Ponko, and KG are all Ota's sub-accounts. Ota is insulting A-set and defending her all by himself.
Damn.
This is what's known as a straw man sock puppet or false flagging.
With the guy I saw in fucking Game Facts.
This kid is pathetic.
Do I have that picture? Can I put that on screen right now? Hold on. I might still have it. It would be in like, maybe it's in like jokes. Right here. Okay, let's see. Blocker. Where is it? I just saw it. Boop, 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 boop. Right here. Why is it behind the PC game? Right here. He was talking about Kefla and Caulifla, and it's kind of cropped bad, but these are both the same person, but he forgot to change. Forgot to change his fucking account. What a fucking idiot. Hey, kid.
Hey, kid.
What do you want?
I'm gonna tell A-set
Tell her what?
that you're sock puppeting for her on Two-Witter.
What are you talking about?
You should drop the attitude.
You shouldn't make those kinds of accusations. Do you want to get sued for defamation?
Optical protein fiber, Pongo Ponko, and KG are all your sub-accounts.
What? How do you know that?
I told you, kid. I'm psychic. Now, I have some questions for you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fucking talk to me, dude. When did you start the fake accounts?
Not only were you faking the whole thing, you made sure to add her so she'd see it.
But if she doesn't see it, she won't know that I'm protecting her.
Don't you think all those comments hurt her feelings, even if you defend her?
But in the end, I made it so everyone became her fans and got along and...
That's not the point.
You're creating
sorry.
false conflict. It's
Just
stupid.
don't do it again, okay?
Why are you here?
I'm waiting for Tessa to come out.
This is an office building, not a concert hall.
This is the main facility of Lemniscate Entertainment's production branch. There are multiple studios for recording and broadcasting in this building. Tessa is recording a podcast today.
Yeah, what podcast? What's she talking about? Anyways, last
I'm
night.
gonna ask you again. Were you the one who reported the screaming at Bloom Park around 9?
Yes,
Why were you in the area?
You
You better tell me, or I'll tell everyone about your little imaginary enemies.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, this guy...
Okay, I'll talk, just shh.
There's no one else in here. Tell me.
I went to Bloom Park because I was supposed to meet someone.
So you're supposed to meet.
Did you enter the park?
Yes,
So who were you meeting?
a girl named Mizuki Okiura.
What did you say?
Mizuki Okiura? She's the daughter of the president of Lemniscate. Do you know her?
She's so happy here.
Yeah, I know her.
But why are you going to meet a 12-year-old girl, you sick freak?
She's just a friend.
Yes, she better be.
What? Why do you care?
Where and how did you two meet?
Here, the Lemniscate lobby. Mizuki is friends with Tessa. I was talking to Tessa one day and she just comes up like, hey.
When was this?
Last September. So, I guess the relationship has lasted over a year now.
Don't say relationship.
Don't call it a relationship.
Well, what am I supposed to call it? Anyway, I have her look over my work sometimes.
Work?
I write light novels.
Really? What's your pen name?
Otoin Kyoma.
That is a lie.
That's a lie.
Database searches reveal no professional authors have ever submitted work under that name.
Hey, Ota. How about you stop lying to me? My third eye can see through your bullshit.
Damn.
Well, I'm not a published author.
You write fanfic.
I'm an aspiring author, to be exact. So, anyway, Mizuki reads my novels. I get notes and advice from her.
From a 6th grader?
She's surprisingly insightful. She has the talent to be an editor for sure.
Can you provide a detailed account of last night?
Around 8:10 last night, I got a call from Mizuki saying she wanted to meet me at Bloom Park. She sounded scared. You know how that area is run down and abandoned? I think she wanted me to go with her as protection.
But why Bloom Park?
Someone messaged her on Nile.
Nile.
Nile is a popular messaging application for smartphones and PCs.
What did they say?
She didn't tell me exactly, but it said to come to the merry-go-round at Bloom Park tonight.
Who sent it?
Yeah, who said that?
I don't know. But Mizuki was determined to go.
Keep talking.
What happened next?
I met up with Mizuki and we went into the park.
You found the dead body? She didn't seem shocked to find her mother dead. Did you leave her there?
Did you leave her there? You left a 12-year-old girl by herself?
I didn't mean to. I was panicking. People do stupid things when they're in fight or flight mode.
You're an adult. Take her with
Like
you.
when people grab their pillow and run out of their house in a fire.
Jeez, you're a real hero, kid.
See, I knew you would make fun of me. This is why I didn't want to tell you.
Is that why you didn't identify yourself on the phone? You seriously didn't think we'd find you? Mizuki would have told us everything.
I didn't think she would.
Why wouldn't she?
She said that if she ever got caught going out at night with someone like me, her roommate would kill her.
I would.
Good girl.
Why'd you use a payphone?
I tried using my cell phone at first, but my heart was pounding and I was scared and my hand was shaking, and with the rain last night, it kind of slipped out of my hand.
You dropped,
You dropped it? Oh.
Yeah, right into a puddle.
Iba, can you trace the last signal that Ota's phone sent out?
Near Bloom Park, just past 9 p.m. The phone has not been turned on since.
I guess he's telling the truth.
Maybe we'll find it if we go there.
Hey, Ota, what are you doing?
Tessa!
Cairo sweep, Cairo sweep, Cairo sweep, Cairo sweep.
And you are?
Mr. Date from the MPD. He came here to ask me about what happened last night.
You mean a detective? Wow! I've never met a real detective before!
Alright, Tessa, a set.
Date, your adrenaline level is rising. Is something the matter?
No, nothing.
Something has to be the matter. What about Shoko Nodami?
You know who this is, right?
Yeah, it's the woman I saw at Bloom Park. Her name is Shoko Nadami. I saw it on the news.
Wait, do you not know who her daughter is?
She has a daughter?
I didn't know that either.
They must be unaware that Shoko is Mizuki's mother.
Maybe because her last name is different. Nadami and Okiura.
They look similar, though.
It has also not yet been reported that Shoko is Renju's ex-wife.
You talked to her about it last night?
Oh,
I heard about it. About Ota seeing that corpse at Bloom Park. He told me.
Tessa?
Why didn't you come to the police?
Such a shocking story would certainly pique the young woman's interest. It is possible Ota wanted her attention.
He told her about a dead body he found for attention?
Kid's sick.
Actually, I already knew about it before Ota told me.
How?
How?
It's all over the internet. When I saw Ota this morning, I asked him about it. He told me he saw the body.
Gee, Tessa. You always look so cute. So cute.
That's a weird thing to just say.
So cute that I can't take it. Don't you think so too, Date?
You're awfully familiar with her.
I can't help it. Her loving aura is in the air.
Bro, you're weird. You're
When
weird,
I'm with
bro.
her, my head gets all light, and I just relax and don't sweat the small stuff, you know?
A murder happened yesterday, Oda. Alright. Are you ASAT?
Let me confirm something. You're ASET, right?
Let's play a game. Shadows!
Thread? Silhouette? ASET.
Fears!
Upset? Regret? ASET.
Water!
Wet? Sweat? ASET.
Yay! A-set, you bet!
The magnetic currents in the atmosphere are clearly causing aberrant behavior. We should leave.
What's your relationship with Oda?
Relationship?
We're like a goddess and a summoned thrall.
That's a pathetic way to look at it.
Her thrall?
If Tessa ever gets in trouble, I swoop in and protect her.
You're a white knight.
You sound more like a superhero than a thrall. Ota always defends me when I'm getting bashed online.
Stop! You're making me blush.
Okay, let's just snitch on him.
This guy.
About the sock puppetting. Alright, how old are you?
I turned 18 this year.
A senior in high school?
Yep.
Date, I recommend you keep your hands to yourself.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna make a move.
I'm worried about Oda.
What?
Oh, I meant Ota.
Wait, you were gonna make a move on me?
About the sock puppetting.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's about those posts on Twitter.
Wait!
Huh. Looks like you're my thrall now. Isn't that right, Ota?
Yeah, just
Fucking weirdo. You friends with Mizuki?
Mizuki Okiura?
Yeah.
I am. Mr. Okiura runs the agency, and Mizuki is his daughter. We hang out sometimes.
Is that how you became friends?
There's more to it than that, but basically...
Mizuki and I live under the same roof. She doesn't tell me about her personal life. She didn't tell me much about anything, come to think of it. I'm totally in the dark.
So, Mizuki must come here to hang out sometimes.
Date, I have determined that these two have no further information for us. Our goal is to find the murderer of Shoko Nadami. Let us continue.
Let's get out of
Right.
here.
Let's head back to the crime scene.
Hmm?
See you kids later.
Where are you going?
Back to where the corpse was found.
In that case, I'll go with you.
Why?
You'll what?
Please take me with you.
Why?
Because I want to know more about what happened.
This isn't none of your business.
Do you have any suspects? Probably some crazy murderer, right? That's what Ota was telling me. The corpse was strung up on that merry-go-round. It must have been some kind of twisted message. Ota, take a video.
Huh?
You gonna blackmail me?
Just do it. Mr. Date! Please, Mr. Date! You can't leave me!
What?
I can't imagine life without you!
What are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Ota, did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, why is she blackmailing me? Get a closer look though? Sheesh! She was right. Damn. Stacked as shit. Anyways. Something wrong, dude?
No, not at all. I'm just imagining your body sinking into Tokyo Bay.
I'm so short.
I'm used to sinking. Part of the job.
Huh?
What was that? Explain yourself.
Mr. Date, you are a member of the MPD, aren't you? A public servant? I wonder, what would happen if this little video happened to go viral?
You wouldn't.
Oh, and just so you know, taking my phone away won't help. It's already in the cloud.
Not the fucking cloud.
You little.
Why?
I told you. I want you to take me to the scene of the crime. If you do, I promise I'll delete the video.
Date, a thought has occurred to me.
Okay.
She really is quite the seductress.
Alright. Bloom Park we go. I'm getting tired of that music anyways. Yeah. About Oda.
Why do you ask?
You two are very close for an idol and a fan.
Ota is special. He really is like a hero to me.
Hero, huh?
Why'd you become an idol?
Well, I guess it was because I've always wanted to be famous, you know? I want to be famous. Get on TV. Be a household name.
But you're not there yet.
It's alright. Internet stars do better if they don't sell out.
Internet star?
Ota didn't tell you? I'm most famous on the internet. I do songs, and dances, and play video games and stuff on stream.
Okay.
Have you heard of Shovel Forge?
It's like the Minecraft?
Shovel Forge is a game in which you manipulate cubes on the
Yes.
terrain to build structures.
Minecraft.
I've been focusing a lot on that game lately.
Really? You don't play Among Us?
What about being on TV?
Valheim?
I'm not very popular
Fortnite?
yet. I can only get on TV as a background singer or something. I don't get many gigs either.
It's made in Australia, so the steering wheel on the right side. That's because they only drive on the left side of the road.
And Indians use the left too.
What?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Dashboard. The dash has a ton of stuff built in. Speedometer, tachometer, and other meters and gauges.
This ride is pretty rad, huh?
It is indeed rad.
Center console. AC and radio controls. I bet can even remotely control it.
Hey, you got any guns in here? I bet you do.
No, not in there.
So you do have a gun.
I'm a cop. Or like a detective. Either way. I mean to look at something. Okay. Date A. Iba. Oh. Can I walk around without the coat on? That looks pretty baller. Date B. The gun. I'm sorry. I now have to do this. Ain't that you bet. Hey, yo, this technically I'm close to a Minecraft pickaxe. Let's remove. What the fuck? Volatile solvents. Remember that. Cloud storage. MPD headquarters. Sub. What the fuck? Sink. Puncture wound. Aphonia. Jurisdiction. Underground. Central Hospital. Dis. Damn. Jaco. Dom P. Jobs. Puncture instrument. Gig. Somnium 2 mental walks. Date. Iba. Mizuki. Shoko. Why'd you get sunglasses? Renju. Ota. Mayumi. Boss. Oh, you know what? Should probably save. Or the old one? Yeah. Okay. How'd you start working for Lemniscate?
Well, at first all I did was stream from home.
Okay.
And then, not to sound cocky, but I started getting pretty big.
That's good.
I started getting offers from agencies.
And one of them was Lemniscate?
Well, not exactly.
Huh?
My mom's actually an old friend of the president of the agency.
Really?
A friend of Renju's?
Yeah. So I asked him for advice one day. You know, you have to be careful. Even a place that looks legitimate with an office and everything can be sketchy.
True.
And my mom and I didn't know anything about the industry at all. But anyway, one day Mr. Okiura said to come see him at his office.
Any questions for me?
Questions. What's it like being a detective?
Wouldn't know much about that. I'm not a detective.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I'm not a detective.
But you are a cop, right?
Right? But I'm not on the crimes unit.
Then what unit are you in?
What indeed?
You aren't gonna tell me? Please?
What are you doing?
Just thinking about posting that video.
Come on now.
Whoa, hold up now.
Well then tell me!
About Mizuki.
We're good friends. We go to movies and karaoke and go shopping together. She's really good at listening to me bitch and moan about my problems. I'm so much older than her, but it really doesn't even feel like it.
About the video.
You know, now that I think about it, Wouldn't you get in trouble for that video too?
What?
The video. You're an idol, right? You have a status to maintain. If that video went viral, I think you'd be in trouble too.
It's okay.
It is?
Because sometime real soon, I'm going to die.
What?
What?
I can see into the future.
Girl sleep, girl sleep, girl sleep.
I know when I'm going to die. Just kidding!
I hope so.
Anyway, I'm not going down without a fight. So I will release that video if you don't cooperate.
From my department.
I'm part of a special investigation unit known as Abyss.
Date!
I don't have a choice.
What's Abyss?
Advanced Brain Investigation Squad. The public doesn't know about it.
Wow, cool!
Don't tell anyone.
I promise I won't. I swear to the Egyptian goddess Isis.
ISIS. Not Hathor?
By the way, I didn't catch your name.
You really want to know?
Not Khonshu?
It's okay if you don't want to tell me.
Iris. Iris Sagan. I know, weird, right?
Is it weird?
Ratty cake, baker's man.
Ratty cake.
Me a cake as fast as you can. Had it, poke it, fill it with fruit. Something wrong?
No, there's nothing.
Something definitely is wrong. Alright, back to the crime scene. Maybe there's something else we can glean. Bloom Park, Saturday, 1:12 p.m.
Excuse me. Yukaname Date?
That's right.
And the girl?
She's an important witness for this case.
Yep.
We've got business here.
Oh, okay.
Iris couldn't hold back her excitement and rushed into the scene. Local cop. The bench.
I would burn all those damn benches if I could.
Where is this anger coming from?
How's the investigation coming?
It's not looking too great. We searched all over here, but we didn't find nothing.
What about you? You know anything? No, nothing. Choco's corpse was tied up here. Wait a second.
Iba, can you show me the earliest recorded images of the scene of the crime?
What is your intention?
Choco's cause of death was blood loss from multiple stab wounds with the ice pick. Naturally, there should be plenty of blood.
Agreed.
Oh, so she was killed somewhere else and brought here.
But there isn't a single drop on the horse, and it was like this when we found it.
Correct. There are no signs of blood being wiped or washed off, either.
That must mean...
I know what you're thinking, Mr. Date.
What am I thinking?
You wanted to see me dance on that pole, huh?
No, that's not it.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Alright. I'm at the column. Last night I found Mizuki inside the central column. Why was she in there? Been here before?
When I was younger, but not since it closed. Kawasaki is restricted, right? No one's supposed to be here.
This amusement park, Bloom Park, is located at the heart of the Kawasaki district. It was closed 8 years ago. The closure was due to an accident at a nearby chemical plant.
Why was there a chemical plant near
An
here?
explosion caused massive amounts of chemical pollutants to contaminate the area. The government quickly issued evacuation orders. Eventually, the entire district was deemed unsafe for habitation and restricted. Therefore, Bloom Park was permanently closed.
But a restricted area doesn't mean much if there aren't enough officers to patrol it. There's still plenty of ways in. You can even get in by boat. Hell, some people ignore the evac order and are still living here.
Are they okay?
I don't know. But if anything happened to them, it'd be their own fault.
Are
True.
we safe?
We are, yeah. Decontamination for this area is basically done. The chemical concentration around here isn't high enough to hurt you. You could run a marathon here and be okay.
But it's still off limits, right?
Yes, legally. That keeps the media out at least. I'm glad. It's quieter than it usually is.
The fence. What are you doing?
I was trying to find some clues.
She's a natural detective, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Date, was the body on top of this horse here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Seems like some kind of ritual murder to me. Maybe a religious cult sacrificing her to the devil or something. They conducted their
The
ritual
devil?
here, like shadowy, hooded figures, going around and around, stabbing her one by one.
That's quite an imagination. But, do you have any proof?
I do.
Well, let's hear it.
Where's your proof?
The horses. Sounds kind of like Horus, right?
What are you talking about?
You don't know Horus? Horus is the Egyptian god of the sky
Look
and
at you and
sun.
Egyptian gods.
The right eye is the eye of Ra, and that's the sun.
They removed her left eye.
The left eye is the eye of Wajet, and that one is the moon.
Eye of Wajet. They took out her left eye. Wajet being the program that we use for IBA, right? Or whatever. It's connected to IBA, correct?
It's the same idea behind the Eye of Providence.
The Eye of Providence?
The all-seeing eye.
Oh, I see. Just like what's on the back of a $1 bill.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a $1 bill in the dreamscape in that basket.
The Eye of Providence is supposed to be the symbol of Freemasonry and the Illuminati. Starting to see the picture?
Not really.
I remember Ota describing the scene. He said there was an ice pick stabbed into the corpse's left eye socket. Horus? Providence? Left eye? There has to be some kind of meaning to this.
Wait, what did you just say?
What?
The ice pick was inside the victim's left eye socket?
Yeah?
Mizuki pulled it out.
Ota told you that? He's sure that's what he saw.
Yeah. Why?
When we arrived at the scene, the ice pick was not in the victim's eye socket.
If Ota's telling the truth...
He would have no reason to lie about such a detail.
Mizuki?
You're wasting your time.
Hey, Iris, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, but you're wasting your time.
What do you mean?
The cops already scoured the place. They didn't find any leads, not a single clue. If they had, they would have notified Iba.
Iba?
My partner.
Your partner? I don't see anybody.
She's right in front of your eyes.
Or is she in front of my eyes?
Huh? Mr. Date, that horse.
That was stored in the warehouse nearby. Some kids must have broken in and put it up as a joke.
And they did a good job. They kind of covered the entire circle. Let's go.
Oh, come on! Just a little longer.
No, I'm already in enough trouble bringing a civilian in here.
Okay, I guess.
Let's take you home.
Hey, you alright? Are you okay?
Morning sickness.
What?
I'm kidding. It's not like I would know.
You were the...
I'll give you a ride home.
Yeah, score.
You wear the
Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
earphone things everywhere?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105 pounds.
I see. 105, huh?
You can tell just by lifting me?
Yeah.
Your back is so warm, Mr. Date.
Am I your dad? What's happening? Why did I see you playing patty cake? Over here. What the heck is the flowchart for? Branching points. Why are there branching points? But I guess it's not important right now. I'm here. Reopen investigation. What does that mean? I'll figure it out at some point. How are you feeling?
Oh, horrible.
Shame.
No, you should worry about me more.
Why?
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Maybe I'm just acting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What if I threw up right here?
Then that'd be very terrible.
I would put it right back where it came from.
Ew, that makes me actually want to throw up.
Jesus, sounds loud in here. Hear that binaural audio? In stereo?
Wait, seriously?
No, but I am kind of warm.
The current temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 60%.
60% humidity,
It
that's
is
fucked.
unlikely that heat would be a factor.
Hey, Date, they say when you stick your hand out of a car going 100, you get a rush like you're holding D cups.
Hey, watch it! You'll get your arm ripped off.
We're not going 100.
Relax, I'm invincible. My arm regenerates like an alien's.
Didn't you tell me that you're gonna die soon?
Did you mean that?
It feels strange.
Your hand?
No, not that. It feels like I've met you before.
Well, that's nice. But if you don't get your damn hand back in this car right now...
Okay. The wind feels nice.
Why would it feel like D cups? Doesn't make any sense, Iris.
You should come in.
No, that's all right. I'm gonna head home.
Ooh, going home already.
I said my goodbyes and turned to leave, but out of the corner of my eye, the woman I saw dead in my dreams.
Oh, who is this, Iris?
I felt my body freeze because that woman, she's... No, it can't be. It can't be. I felt like my mind and body were being torn in opposite directions. As I stood there stunned, Iris grabbed my hand.
Come on, I'll make some tea.
You're
Nice to meet you. I'm Iris's mother, Hitomi.
It told me.
Miss Hitomi.
And you are?
Kaname Date from the MPD.
Police? Are you a detective?
No,
No.
Mom. Mr. Date said he's...
Iris?
Oh, right. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
After an awkward silence, Iris brought us some tea on a tray, put everything down on the table, and sat down on the sofa. The winter lily.
The flowers.
It's an iris.
Say, the winter iris.
An iris? I thought those bloom in May.
That's the winter iris. Iris ungicularis. They bloom in the cold.
They bloomed just this morning.
I see.
In the language of flowers, the iris means good news and hope. When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
The lights are off. Saw it in the catalog before. Nothing else super interesting. Elementary workbooks on the table, but looking closely, one is in the middle. The one in the middle is different. Osagami Sumo Wrestler Directory. Osagami Sumo. Coffee table. Steam is rising from the tea. I don't think there's really anything else of note there. Or are they all covered in like blood? The drawing on a shelf. I wonder if Iris drew this when she was younger. Alright. You're saying?
Mr. Date, please drink your tea. It's getting cold.
Oh, right.
We haven't even touched our cups.
Well then, let's have a sip.
Are you left-handed?
Oh,
Mom used to be right-handed. But now...
Something happened to her arm. She can't use it.
it locked up on me.
Ah, I see.
Been living here long?
Since I was born. And Mom was living here before that.
I grew up in this house. I've made a lot of memories here. I've thought about moving before, but I just couldn't bring myself to leave this place.
Why were you considering moving?
Well, because there was... well, I don't know.
Huh?
Something happened here. You look chipper?
You think so?
Yeah,
I was just thinking about a hunch I had this morning.
a hunch.
There are flowers blooming behind me, right?
There are, yeah? What about them?
You be doing well now.
Yeah, thanks to you. I feel as tough as a lion. Rawr!
Don't roar at me.
How am I supposed to react to that?
Don't think about it. You'll only hurt yourself.
About the flowers. Yeah, they're winter lilies. Where do you work?
I'm a teacher at the local elementary school.
That's why you have the
Teacher.
workbooks.
Must be a tough job.
Oh, not for me. I love children. Even the struggles and challenges are quite rewarding for me.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
And Miss Iris here is 18?
Yup.
So you had her when you were 19.
You were very young when you had her.
Yes, just 19 years old.
What about your husband?
I don't have one.
Divorce?
Mr. Date, please.
Jesus.
It's all right, Iris. I've never been married.
A single mother.
Yes.
But Renju Okiura.
By the way, I heard that you were friends with the president of Lemniscate, Mr. Okiura.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
Eitoku High.
You know it?
I know everything on the internet.
We could always sit here and ask the spirits what they think.
It's not a divining table.
Do you know Renju's ex-wife?
Yes, I do. But I only met her twice. Once at Renju's wedding, and then again just a few months ago. Why do you ask?
She's dead.
No reason.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Well, I think it's time for me to be heading home.
I stood and headed for the door. Iris told me to stood politely.
Mr. Date, we'll see each other again, right?
You sure you want that? I'm a cop after all. If you ever see me again, it probably won't be under the best of circumstances.
Oh.
But because you're Mizuki's friend, yeah, we might see each other again. She is kind of like my roommate after all.
What?
Anyway, be seeing you.
You just drop that info and leave? Other hand, asshole.
Excuse me. Well, I should head home.
All right. Take care, Date.
Fucking shovelcraft. Sorry, shovel build or whatever. Shovel forge.
Date, let's go over the facts of the case.
Yeah, hit me with
Good
it.
idea.
You're in the steering wheel. Myself. Play a game.
Hey, me. Want to play a game? Sure, let's play I Spy. I spy something round. My eyeball. Correct. I win.
I will terminate you.
You gonna fire me? I'm gonna introduce myself.
Hi, my name is Kaname Date. Nice to meet you. What? Date? I have the same name. What a coincidence.
Perhaps he's had too much medication.
What medication?
Don't push yourself, Date. No, I'm fine, Date.
You do not appear to be fine.
Alright, Iba. Choco's corpse. Obviously it was
The
dragged there.
estimated time of death
She didn't
is
die, though.
yesterday, Friday, around 5 p.m. The cause of death is blood loss from multiple stab wounds to the torso. The weapon used to commit the murder is almost certainly the ice pick Mizuki was holding when we discovered her. There were no fingerprints, hair, or other clues left behind by the culprit.
Okay. The bloodstains.
When we arrived on the scene, there was no blood on the horse the body was mounted upon.
Which means the merry-go-round wasn't the murder scene. Shoko was killed somewhere else, and then brought there to be displayed. That means Mizuki couldn't have done it. She's 12. She can't move a body or drive a car.
You don't know that.
Were you considering her a suspect?
That's part of the job, if there's even the slightest possibility.
Then this is good news. It means the likelihood of Mizuki being the killer is almost zero.
I knew that from the start. She would never put her hands on her own mother. She doesn't have what it takes to commit murder.
Timeline of events.
Iba, can you give me a timeline of the events of the crime?
At once.
Shoko's
I
time of
wonder who
death.
sent that Nile message to Mizuki.
Yeah. Now a message, unknown sender.
Probably the culprit themselves.
But Mizuki wouldn't obey the instructions of a complete stranger.
Maybe it was her father.
Then Mizuki knew the sender.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or the suspect used her friend's phone.
Iba, can you hack into the phone and find out who sent the Nile message?
Nile's security protocols are intricate. It will take time to decipher.
Okay. Iba's charging right now. She doesn't have a built-in generator. That means that I have to charge her sometimes. Why is Mizuki in such a column?
Perhaps she was playing hide and seek.
Hide and seek?
It was not a serious suggestion. I was merely joking, as you call it. The corpse was found tied up on one of the horses. This makes it clear that the killer had no intention. Rather, it appears as though it was
Our perp wants the limelight.
or is attempting to send some kind of
Okay, yeah. What do you want from me?
The corpse was found with her left eye removed.
Yes.
That eyeball has yet to be found. According to Iris's testimony, when Ota first discovered the body, the ice pick was still lodged in the left eye socket.
Which means it had to be somewhere.
So why did Mizuki have the ice pick? Could she have taken the eye?
Anything on your mind?
Yes, as a matter of fact. I checked the surveillance cameras around Bloom Park again, and I noticed something strange.
What is
Something
it?
strange?
There were no cars. Yesterday, in the parking lot and the streets in the vicinity, there was not a single vehicle.
Are you sure?
I am.
Then, how did the suspect move the corpse?
Good question.
I have no idea.
Where are we heading now? Back to the office? Police headquarters, Saturday, 4:26 p.m.
Welcome back.
Hey,
I
boss.
brought her here after her examination was over.
Hey, Mizuki. There's no light in her eyes.
Has she said anything?
No, still can't talk.
Was it okay for you to bring her here?
I got permission from the hospital. Apparently, the hospital director has been poking a few of the nurses. So I asked him about that, and all of a sudden he seemed very open to the idea.
That's not permission, it's blackmail.
You did blackmail him.
Same thing. You know what you need to do now, right?
We gotta sync.
Sync with her.
Computer here? There he is. String the characters and figures scroll across the monitor. Binder full of papers. Looks like the manual for the sync machine. Just a chair. Steel shelf. I opened it up. Packed with books. Huh. They're all homoerotic BL manga and gay romance novels. Interesting, Peter. Interesting. CRTs.
Date, look. It's the girl from that horror movie. Coming out of the well.
What the hell are you talking about?
The ring? Ringo?
Interesting.
Is it the ring?
This kind of furniture is often used for pile drivers in professional wrestling.
Now where on earth did you learn that?
Is it the ring? Could be the Grudge. I think the Grudge is American though, right? Maybe. No, because it's Jew on the grudge. So maybe that is what they mean. Because it's Kayako, right? And not Sadako? Kayako. The grudge. She comes out of the well, right? Sadako. The ring. Yeah, Sadako is the one who comes out of the well. Okay. Boss. Any progress?
You're asking me that now? I'm asking you to sync with Mizuki because we have no progress. Maybe Mizuki saw something at the scene. Maybe she went inside that merry-go-round to hide. But she isn't answering any questions. The only way to find out is to dive into her subconscious mind. Don't you agree?
You sure you want me to do this?
If we don't do it now, then this is exactly the kind of situation Abyss was founded for. Besides, if you dive into Mizuki's subconscious, you may be able to help her. Her aphonia is psychogenic. Physically, she's fine. Her injuries are mental. Which is understandable after seeing her mother like that.
True.
You may be able to heal her, Date. You're the only one who can.
Pause watching Mizuki through the glass.
Renju Okiura is Mizuki's legal guardian. Did you get permission from him?
I couldn't get in touch with him.
We can't find him.
What? I thought he was being
I'm
questioned
sorry,
by a
we
local
can't
unit.
contact him.
His questioning ended around noon. He hasn't been heard from since.
Why would he?
I don't know.
Pewter. How's she doing?
Her vitals are stable. Her EEG is also stable. I think we can proceed.
You sure about this? She's
She's
okay?
only 12. You sure this is okay?
The machine is safe. I can guarantee that. You have nothing to worry about.
You look like fucking Pokemon Home Professor, bro. Fucking Future Oak or whatever.
Hey, Pewter? About Iba. Could you do something about her personality?
Do something about it?
It wouldn't kill her to be more modest. Maybe a little more ladylike?
If you dare reprogram me, I will self-destruct in your eye socket.
Huh. So you were listening, huh?
What to say? Pewter. Real name is Amanoma. Amanoma. But he goes by Pewter here. 36. Member of Abyss, like me. The genius engineer that designed the sync system and other machines. He also invented Aiba. He's her caretaker in a way.
We are ready to begin.
Date, go to the sync room.
Got it.
Let's get in there, boys.
Agent Date, Mizuki is reacting. Her heart rate is rising and her brainwaves are showing signs of disturbance. She may be getting nervous about the procedure.
Date, try to calm her down.
How do I do that?
It's true that she can't speak to you, but she can hear you. Try talking with her.
Sure thing, boss.
Mizuki. Let me examine this. Sync machine. Okay, Mizuki. Bloop. Sync gear.
I know it looks scary, but trust me, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no pain, no side effects. When this is all over, you'll go back to your regular life like this never happened.
Sync.
Syncing is what we call diving into someone's subconscious mind. You sink deep down into their psyches, and you synchronize with their true selves. People like me are called sinkers. Sinkers enter the subject's subconscious, which is a dreamlike state we call somnium. It's
Somnium.
Latin for dream. There are 6 sinkers at Abyss. I'm one of them.
Who are the other 5?
I'm gonna be inside your head. I'll be looking for clues about the culprit.
Not only that, we will also attempt to discover the cause of Mizuki's muteness and rectify it. With her aphonia cured, we can ask her further questions directly.
True. About Abyss.
Mizuki, I've never told you this, but I'm not an ordinary policeman. I belong to a special investigation unit called Abyss. Advanced Brain. We explore the human mind with state-of-the-art technology and research. There are a billion kinds of suspects and persons of interest out there. People that lie, people that don't say anything, people that have head injuries, or some that have deep mental wounds that keep them from talking. So, how do we get clues from these people? We have to get inside their heads. The truth is in their minds. Our job is to find it.
Okay.
Hey, Mizuki. When this is all over, what should I say?
Get some of that stew you like.
Hey, remember when we went last time? You were laughing about how it looked like throw up, but it tasted so good. You were devouring it. You kept saying it looked awful, but you loved it.
Do you not have a more heartwarming story, or...
I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this.
Date, her heart rate is steadying. EEG is stable.
Got her.
Get into position. Let's begin.
Oh, and Special Agent, I forgot to mention one thing. I added a new feature to the sync system.
What?
New feature?
You'll learn more when you're synced. It's very useful.
Sure.
Let's sink in, boys. An iron on my face.
You ready?
Okay. Ready anytime.
Remember, Date, you have only 6 minutes,
6 minutes
in the Somnium world. Any longer, and your consciousness will be absorbed by the subjects.
Yeah, I know.
6 minutes?
I'll find a lead and
What
get out
the
in under
fuck?
6 minutes.
We're counting on you.
Well then,
Hopefully there's like unconscious time, right? You know, when you're dreaming. You could be dreaming for what feels like 6 days and be in there for only a couple minutes. Okay. It's crunch time, boys. No, why are they here too? That'd be Date at least. Sorry, I just played Danganronpa today, so used to fucking moving the reticle around.
What was that?
Nothing. I was merely trying to enter the scene like a cybernetic assassin from the future.
Is she talking about? I get the reference. She's talking about Terminator. I almost forgot IRL.
Well, if you're trying to do that, you'd have to do it naked. Is this Bloom Park?
The birdcage.
Lightning and a birdcage. Maybe this is representative of Mizuki's state of mind.
The fact that Shoko was killed here must weigh heavily on Mizuki's heart.
Mizuki should be inside that column.
To get the information we need, we will have to deal with the lightning and the cage and get to Mizuki.
Move fast, or time is going to run out.
Unnecessary. Look around.
Look around?
This is the new
Oh yeah,
feature
it
of
only
sync that Peter
moves
mentioned.
when I move.
You can stop time?
Only when standing still. Time is moving incredibly slowly. Currently, you and I are transmitting information at high speed, so it only appears as though time has stopped. Are you familiar with the concept of time dilation?
It has to do with relativity, right? Two people can experience time differently depending on space-time.
This is similar to that.
Yeah, time
The
dilation.
flow of time in Somnium is different than the real world.
This could be useful. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes, right?
6 minutes.
But with this, you could take your time and explore.
Let's get started. Somnium scan. Activate.
Okay, so now I'm going to be hyper aware of the hidden items as well. Whoa, mental lock number 1. Mental lock number 2. Mental lock number 3. Heal Mizuki's heart. Mizuki is mute. By healing her mental wounds, you may be able to get important info.
To reach Mizuki, something must be done about the lightning that keeps striking the birdcage.
Lightning's supposed to strike at the highest point.
An ice pick piercing Shoko's photograph.
Aiba, the speaker over there. It's shaking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I see. It must be connected to the ice pick.
What do we do here?
Healing Mizuki should be your top priority.
I know.
6 minutes. Look around real quick. Oh,
What is this?
an item. Panda pieces.
The panda is in awful shape. Leave
Gotta
it
put
to
it
me.
together.
I am quite skilled at this. Or at least I thought.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Fuck.
The panda is in.
Just kick it.
Did the merry-go-round move as well?
Is there a connection there?
Okay.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
An ice pick stabbed into Shoko's photograph.
Pull out.
Right. No one would want to see their mother like this. It keeps going. What is this?
Something happened over there.
Okay. The lightning stopped.
The pillar became a lightning rod.
It looks like we can get to the birdcage now.
Our next step must be to remove it.
How do we get rid of the birdcage?
Date, we got a timing.
Timey?
Time induction matter in encephalon. You can think of it as an item that affects the flow of time. Using this, you can slow down or speed up time in Somnium.
Is this another function Pewter added?
Correct.
Timey.
Sounds like a dream.
Well, it is a dream. And because it is a dream, extraordinary things such as this are possible.
Got it. Guess I'll try to use them where I can.
Timies are items that affect time. You'll sometimes obtain them when you perform an action. Only able to hold 3 timies. Picking up a timie when you're already holding 3 will replace one. Okay. Well, we can't get in.
This appears to be the microphone for the speaker.
Stop it! Stop it already!
Did it do anything? No.
The panda is in.
Didn't help.
Is there a connection?
Okay. Get
The
in?
control room of the merry-go-round lifted out of the ground.
Alright, I clicked off. Oops. Open.
What is your plan once I am inside?
It is a control room. Maybe we can do something in there.
I do not think it will be that easy.
Just try it.
Holy shit. Hello?
I didn't expect to see this inside.
Why am I in the abyss?
I do not see an exit either.
But there's something suspicious here.
A bird cage?
I see two bird
Balloons.
cages.
Looks like there's something inside them. Take a look.
This one
A
seemed
bird
important.
cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside.
Let's lift it.
All right, leave it to me. It is heavier than it looks.
Nothing
Okay.
happened.
All I did was move the cage.
Retry will allow you to return to the save point just after unlocking the mental lock, but you only have 3 retries. Going back to cause 1? Okay.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
There are torn pieces of paper.
Let's do this in half the time.
Leave it to me. I enjoy puzzles like this.
You gonna let me do it, or are you gonna do it yourself? What's going on? Oh, you actually got it.
Done. But
It's a photo of Mizuki at the park with her parents. The broken panda.
You were able to get out?
So the photo was the key. I remember it clearly. One day I came home to find that photo torn up in the trash can. When I asked Mizuki about it, she just started to cry. I don't know why she tore up that photo. Whatever her reason, it seems like she regrets it. Since we repaired the photo in Somnium, the birdcage,
Mizuki must be having a hard time.
But the cage is gone.
Mirko around
We
us,
can get to Mizuki now.
quick and log.
Do you not see the horses spinning at hurricane speeds?
You can do it if you try a little.
No, you can't.
All right, fine. We have to stop the spinning.
Now I see. No. Over here.
The panda head is spinning.
It makes everything cost 20 seconds until 30 seconds.
Why?
Maybe it's like the speaker before.
True. Hell yeah, brother.
I see. These were also
Yeehaw!
linked.
That's right.
I'm one smart cookie. Mizuki's in there. Now I gotta get past the gate.
Mizuki!
Let's go to her.
Got it.
If you choose the correct answer as your final action, you can actually exceed the 300-second time limit. No time left. Just don't give up. You'll be able to do it. More than 1 second. When you clear, you get a prize. Whoop. Okay.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
Oh, she's right here. Yo.
It's Mizuki!
Yeah, let's take the 25 seconds here. Give her a nice hug.
Mizuki.
Her mom just died. What was the other path, though? Footprints, though. Someone must have been here. Well, who was it? These aren't Odas. That's a grown-ass man. Some cheeks, though. Awaken. Hug Mizuki. We did it, boys. Megai, day 2, Saturday. My guy. No, I said make.
Are you okay?
Date. Date!
Looks like she can talk again.
We did it. Okay. After she had calmed down, I asked her a few questions. I asked her about last night, about the now message, about Oda, and about Shoko. I know that after Oda ran off, something must have happened to make Mizuki want to hide. About that figure I saw. Let's talk to Peter first.
Oh, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person. Of course, not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world.
You told me it wasn't the blue person.
You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Dante? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and blending with each other.
Yeah, I know what a dream is.
Your skills as a sinker allow you to untangle those dreams and solve mysteries no one else can.
How's Aiba appear in the Somnium? Why'd you give her kind of a
Aiba is
fatty?
linked to your brain with an artificial nerve.
Not like a real fatty, but just kind of a fatty, you know?
To put it more simply, Aiba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's Somnium. Part of Aiba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Aiba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Aiba is so dumb.
Damn.
Don't call me dumb.
About Aiba's appearance.
Hey, Pewter, when we were in Somnium earlier, Aiba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Aiba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Iba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
Perhaps Iba admires the
So
human
Date
form.
likes small titties and a fatty.
It's not that.
Nothing wrong with that, Date.
It was just a little something. I consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
Is that why the other guy's is like a fucking mommy, dude? That's what mine would look like. About Somniums.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer is merely the audience.
Okay. Who do you think the suspect is?
Pewter, who do you think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
Me.
What?
I'm kidding.
Okay. Fucking thanks. Boss. That's been the suspect.
How would I know? We still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
Thanks. Do you have any questions?
Right, there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right? Can you tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was I had to get it out.
So, you panicked and pulled it out.
Yeah.
And you held on to it when you hid in the column.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Any other questions?
Okay, just one more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
Law shines in moments like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye.
When we got to the scene, it was definitely missing.
And it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
About what I saw.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the syncer sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible?
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw. I wonder who that could be.
Good question. Better mutinous. And she just
Yeah,
spoke, so.
I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her. Well, you meaning you and Iba.
The boss has extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
All you did was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her.
Alright, Mizuki. Let's get some questions out of here. How are you?
I told you I'm fine. So annoying.
I annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
No, whoa! Whoa!
I see she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
I think I liked her better when she was silent.
Who sent the message?
I
Or, I mean, obviously you wouldn't know, right?
can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
Was it your dad?
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
Yeah. The figure I saw.
Say, Mizuki, who was that figure I saw?
What?
In Somnium, in your dream, I saw a silhouette.
Date, Mizuki would not understand the question. She does not experience somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
Never mind. Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone
Must have
in
been
the corner
blurry.
past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in.
You hungry?
I'm fine now, but I didn't forget your promise.
I promise?
The soup.
Stu, you said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech. Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here.
Summarize what happened.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene. But she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed. Date, could you return to the scene of the crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
Okay. I want to redo the sink and take the other path with the balloons. But I couldn't be sure what the exact was.
Somewhere
Up and
around
down.
here, right?
Yup.
Okay. Okay. Is it a save? Flowchart? Yeah, we could be doing something completely different here. What is that? That's what I want to know. Sinking in the rain. Merry-go-round. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what this is real quick. Because how could it be different? Yeah. Are you skipping?
An ice pick stabbed.
The yelling didn't help, right?
The control room of the a bird. This'll be easy.
Glad to hear it.
What?
Just,
But it was...
just float it. I don't know why I'm seeking tech now. Move the cage away. What does that mean, though?
But nothing happened.
Oh? What is this?
A deflated balloon.
A deflated rubber.
I told you, please call it a balloon.
Yeah, please,
What are
goddamn
you
it.
getting so worked up about? Understood.
What's blowing it up have to do?
It's huge. I wish your boobs were that big.
Why would you say that?
Are you serious? Those are obscenely large for a human. Well, I suppose I am not technically human.
So...
Date, please, be quiet.
What blowing up the balloon do, though?
You were able to get out?
Perhaps the balloon was the key.
A story I heard from Mizuki a while back. One time when Mizuki was just a little girl, Shoko brought her a balloon. One of the nice helium ones. With the string slipped through her hand. The balloon sailed up into the sky. Shoko snapped. She scolded Mizuki for hours. Maybe that's why. Mizuki put the balloon inside the birdcage. That way they can never fly away again. I guess Aiba and I made her relive a painful memory.
Right, now that the birdcage is off, let's get Mizuki.
Do you not see the horses spinning at hurricane?
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Why is the panda head so large?
The panda is floating.
No.
I see it! The view from the top!
Well, that was pointless.
Was.
The panda is...
Wear it?
Wear it?
That didn't help.
How are you doing that?
Unknown.
I guess that was a waste of time.
It was kind of fun, though.
There's nothing else here that's been... Ah, the parasol.
The parasol is spinning.
Just stop.
Leave it to me. Oh, it's hot. I do not think force. The parasol is...
Breathe on it.
Got it.
The merry-go-round is going crazy. Stop it, quick! Their rotations are linked.
Mizuki is in there. Is she okay?
She
not
hasn't
real.
passed out from the G-force. She's dizzy as hell.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
The parasol is...
Breathe on it.
A girl's skirt.
Silence, Date.
Wow.
I don't know.
What is this?
Merry-go-rounds can fly?
Date,
We fucked it up.
over there.
Oh, there she is. Wait.
Iris.
Iris.
Why? Why is Iris...
Cuts on her back.
She appears to be frozen.
What the hell is going on? What is this?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Why do you never keep quiet? Is this fun for you? Giving your mother a hard time?
That hurts! That hurts! Please stop! I'm sorry!
Why are you here?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
If you weren't here, everything would be fine.
Jesus.
I'm sorry!
Apologizing means nothing.
Why are you yelling at your kid like that?
Say something. Don't make me into the bad guy.
You're kind of already the bad guy.
What's that look, huh?
Now I don't feel bad about you dying.
No! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
It's all your fault. You. I wish you had never been born.
Yeah, you just solidified me not caring about your death.
Mizuki's voice. The other voice is likely...
Damn. What's going on here?
Another
Aiba,
painful
look out.
memory.
What?
We learned some things here, though.
I was about to become a pancake.
Good thing this isn't a bed and breakfast.
That frozen iris does intrigue me. But Mizuki first.
Let's get to Mizuki while the merry-go-round is stopped.
It's Mizuki. Mizuki, can you hear me? We will protect you, Mizuki. We will always be there for you. So, it's all right now.
What was that ace
Hey,
at?
do you think we can use that speaker? Maybe she needs to hear her mother's voice.
I don't know about that.
Mom loves you, Mizuki. I love you. I am so glad that you were born. So glad.
Everything stopped.
Hey, do you hear something?
Is that a phone ringing?
Is it Otis?
Where's it coming from?
Date, don't! You can't stay any longer!
Are you okay?
There's light in her eyes again. But where's that phone coming from?
Mizuki.
She still can't speak. Unless she's about to?
She hasn't been healed. She's still traumatized.
Yeah, we fucked her. We fucked her up. The up part's really important. We fucked up the mission, though.
Aiba, call Iris's phone. It's urgent.
Why the rush?
Please, just call.
Hello?
This is Kaname Tate from the MPD. I met you earlier today.
Oh, Date.
This is gonna be really interesting when I don't follow this back up.
Is
When
something
I go
wrong?
back to the other path.
Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Lock the door and stay at home.
Can you tell me why?
Who cares why? This is a direct order from the police.
You mean a personal order?
Okay, but if I do, will you play Shovel Forge with me tomorrow?
No.
Then go on a date with me.
No.
A date?
If you promise me we'll go on a date, I'll stay home and not say a peep. If you don't promise me, then I'll wander around the city dragging a heavy suitcase.
All right.
Please.
Understood.
Understood?
Great! Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Fine. Just don't go outside, okay? If anything happens, call me immediately. My number is...
I have it in my history. See ya!
What was that? A phone call?
It's nothing.
Computer. The ringtone.
I know about the ringtone you heard.
But I couldn't tell where it was coming from.
Did Mizuki actually hear that? Or was it just a dream?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Can you analyze the sound or something?
Unfortunately not.
God damn it. About prophetic dreams.
Ah, the corpse you saw in Somnium. You're wondering if that was some kind of vision of the future.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's see. As a man of science, I don't believe in such things.
Okay, but what if you weren't?
Prophecies and the like. However, if it was a prophecy, I would suggest the girl wears some kind of metal plate.
Huh?
You saw her. She was stabbed countless times in the back. She could have used some stab-proof armor or something. Just indulging in the fantasy of real-life prophecies. Don't mind me. Anyway, prophecies are simply not possible.
True.
You see?
Alright, well. What are you, boss?
Boss, I heard a ringtone in Mizuki's Somnium.
I know. But I couldn't tell where it was coming from.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's real or something Mizuki invented. But if Mizuki really did hear that ringtone...
Then there must have been a phone somewhere on site.
Yeah.
Did CSI report anything like that?
No, nothing. They searched the site, but didn't find a single thing.
Could be on top of the carousel. It's about prophetic dreams.
Where is this coming from? Oh, I see. This is about the body you saw in Mizuki's Somnium. Her name is Iris Sagan, the girl you went to Bloom Park with today.
How do you know that?
Iba told me.
It is one of my duties to deliver regular investigation reports.
Cool. Okay.
Prophecies, huh? That's why you called Iris. But, Date, come on.
I know, a dream is just a dream. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with reality, but still.
It's a weird thing to see.
I just have this gut feeling.
Date, are you alright? Perhaps the sink is causing negative side effects.
I hope that's all it is.
She's not healed, though, so there's nothing we can do.
Mizuki, I have to ask you. You got a Nile message yesterday, and then you went to Bloom Park. Who sent you the message?
I
She's
checked
not
her
gonna say
phone, but
anything.
the history was wiped.
I am trying to identify
Yep.
the sender now.
Yeah, he's big.
Mizuki, when we found you at the merry-go-round, I'm not accusing you of... I trust you. I just want to know why you were holding it. Answer me, Mizuki.
She's not been healed. She
Date,
can't say
please.
anything.
Yelling at her is counterproductive.
Look, no light.
Damn it.
She's not even there.
Mizuki, I saw something strange in your dream. Iris, she was frozen. She was dead. What was that? Tell me, Mizuki, please.
Nothing. Yeah.
Date, there is no point attempting to speak with her.
I thought so.
Mizuki's aphonia has not healed.
Hey, Mizuki, tell me something. In your dream world, I heard a phone ring. Did you hear that, or did you just imagine it?
Date, there's no point. You couldn't heal her. Her symptoms haven't improved. She'll be sent back to the hospital. Maybe the doctors can help her. It didn't go well. But
Yeah,
it's
obviously.
not all bad. The sink wasn't a total waste of time. We found clues.
Clues?
True.
No need to report. We saw it all from here. What the sinker sees in some, we've got it all recorded. So we know.
Summarize.
I think I'll go to Bloom Park again.
Looking for the phone?
It might be there, it might not. I just want to be sure. Take care of Mizuki, okay?
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Okay. So that was really different than what I thought. I didn't expect to see a body there.
Now the news.
Hold on. Yeah, we're completely into a new part. Keitai instead of Meikai. Okay. Going back here. Back to the park. Let's do this part. We'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up for the sesh. Cause it's 3:30 in the morning, baby. Let's go. Oh God. Yeah, skip all that. Yep. Yep. I didn't think we start here.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, boss. Sexy boss. To the park. Oh yeah. Click something. When I returned to the scene, I brought Mizuki with me. I saw a specific figure in Somnium, but I couldn't be sure of his exact location. I brought Mizuki along to help pin it down.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yep.
You cold?
What do you care? You never cared about me ever, and I liked it that way. I don't want you getting close to me.
It's really rude.
You think I like you now because I hugged you after the sink? Did you think, aw, how sweet, she likes me? Don't get it twisted. I only hugged you because you were standing right in front of me. Could have been anything. Could have been a pole or a cactus. In fact, I wish it were a cactus.
Well, you're being really fucking rude to me.
Stop worrying about me, okay?
So she says.
Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile. I had so many happy memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
What's wrong? Is it because your mom's dead?
Just wondering where this goes.
Okay.
Iba, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
The subway?
It has of course closed down. It is no longer in service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago. The surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits. Bloom Park closed for the same reason, as did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
The subway. Iba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
It would be
Correct.
up, right?
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
A railroad crossing.
Iba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm investigating.
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV.
Sus?
I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and
God
Mizuki's
damn it.
father. Renju Okiura.
The only person, huh? That's something. Renju. What's going on, buddy?
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, you could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renju.
Well, she's not charging right now.
And you can help me find him.
Mizuki. The last time you saw your dad?
I think about a week ago, when I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
When's the last time you spoke with your dad?
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
Nope.
No.
Okay. About the message.
Mizuki, Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. I got some help from them.
Bad personality?
There was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does this sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it. It was from
Damn.
Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
He's clearly a suspect.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals and a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
Okay. That's a suspicious figure.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone.
Why is
And
that?
his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
That's where the evidence is pointing right now. Oh.
Date, incoming call from the boss.
Okay, boss, what's up?
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva. Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our #1 suspect. He's been acting strange since last night.
True.
He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
Why'd you release him?
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't
God
a
damn it.
suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
You no idea where he might be?
No, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. They didn't find anything.
Where could he be?
What'd you ask him?
He didn't give us any new information.
Fuck.
He didn't have much to say at all, really.
What was his alibi?
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time. But that means no one can back up his story.
Okay. Why don't you have a cell phone? Let's see. Give me a second. I'm checking something. Jesus. Okay. Now we can connect to any network in range. Somebody able to communicate with HQ. Hang up.
All right, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too.
Where the hell did Renju go?
Sun poke?
What?
What's that?
Sun poke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
A maid cafe?
I found it. Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast, in Akihabara.
Next to a station, huh? These look like train tracks. Sunfish Pocket, Saturday, 10:20 p.m. Maid cafes open that late? Obviously not.
Can't be.
Fuck. She's lost both her parents. Who murdered him?
Renju.
His eyes gone, hook in the mouth. Was he stabbed as well, or? This is fucked up. Sunday. Day 3 Sunday. Suyokubai. Police headquarters, Sunday, 9:17 a.m.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
I'm trying not to.
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
I like this, like a blink. First, fat save. Okay, what would we have found? Interesting. This game's heating up. So, obviously, this isn't like a super scheduled thing. So, next time I do this, we'll figure out what happened. It should be soon. I've got some free time until, some things happen, so I'm definitely interested. Now that both of her parents are dead, what the fuck? Who killed them? Why? How? Well, the first how isn't super whatever. Anyways, I'll see you next time. I look forward to these. This could be cool.